Okay, so you probably guessed we're going to talk about running shoes, New Balance running shoes specifically, and these in front of you right now are 993 series. These are, believe it or not, still made in the USA. I believe the new model they have 990s, but they've had this 900 series shoes in various models for quite a few years. They also have a shoe called a 1500, which I've used on and off for the years. I always have several pairs of these and I rotate them so I don't wear the same pair 2 days in a row. That gives them time to breathe. And as you can see, I've got shoe trees inside of these right now. I actually machine washed these yesterday. And I machine washed 2 pairs, and then I'll show you 2 pairs that were not machine washed. They came clean somewhat. They never come perfectly clean. It's just the nature of tennis shoes, I guess. I washed them in the permanent press cycle, not the general cycle, but the permanent press cycle. And I take the insoles out, and sometimes I'll wash them. I'll leave the strings in, just tie the strings and just wash them like that. Sometimes I'll take the strings out. One problem is sometimes these strings get frayed on the end, and then it's hard to fish them back through the small holes of the eyelets. So sometimes you can't take the strings out if you want to get them back in again. But anyway, why am I talking about New Balance shoes? If you want to stay fit and you want to stay healthy, you've got to do some sort of exercise. And you got to take care of your feet if you're going to do exercise. If you're going to do a lot of walking, I use these for walking, I use these for running. I use them once they start getting wore out, I use them to work in the yard. This series gets good traction. It's got good amount of traction. It's got very good support. Now they're more expensive than your typical running shoes. They tend to be around $100 or a little bit more depending on where you get them at discount. I think they list price at like $150. But they last quite a while. I'll usually use a pair for 2 to 3 years. Now again, I'm rotating them with 4 pairs. So I'll easily get 2 to 3 years out of them before they start getting pretty wore out, and then they become shoes that I'll wear around the yard or if I'm painting or something like that. And just to show you a difference, a contrast, here is a gray pair. This is this exact same model. This is a 993, and this one just happens to be in the gray color. So they come both colors. I find that this gray color gets a little grungy in here, a little bit dirty. That gets kind of hard to clean out. This is the pair that I did machine wash yesterday, so they came somewhat clean. They don't come perfectly clean, like I said. But this is pigskin, by the way. This is pigskin and then nylon. They are well made, well stitched. I very rarely have the stitching go bad on these shoes. And you can see right on the back there it says USA. My lighting's not perfect here. And some of them will say made in the USA right on the tongue. Some of them will say it on the back and not on the tongue. Let's see, I think I have a pair here that, yeah, here's a pair that just say, let that focus in. There's a pair that just say New Balance 993 on the top, but these are made in the USA. Say USA on the back. They're all made in the USA, and they say it inside the tongue too. And I mentioned the 1500s earlier. Whoops. I used to always use, oh, sorry, bumped the camera. I used to always use the New Balance 1500s. This pair has never been washed. You can see how grungy they get. These are 1500s. And you can see the interior is getting worn. Soles have just about lost their traction. They're a little rounded here. So this pair is getting towards the end of its useful life. As far as running or long distance walking, these would be used for around the house. These are lighter weight than the 900 series. This is man-made material. This is actually a more expensive shoe. This was about $150 when they were new. Again, you could get them at discount for like 120 or something. I don't know if they still make the 1500s or not, but these again are made in the USA. Not quite as heavy duty as the 900 series. I think my first choice is the 900 series. I've got you know, more pairs of those than I have these. So anyway, share your thoughts and comments about New Balance shoes, or what shoes you use when you're exercising. I'd be interested to know. And here's another pair of 993s that I have that have never been through the machine, never been washed, and they're a little bit grungy here and there, but still in pretty good shape. The black seems to hold up better as far as looking better longer, and they don't get as grungy looking as the gray. So New Balance in this case 993s, made in the USA. Let us know your thoughts. Share it in the comments section. Thanks for watching.